It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Drygate Brewing Company and it's a can of their Tone Burst. It's a Rhubarb Berliner Weiss coming in at 3.2% ABV in a 440 milliliter can. Now, as far as I'm aware, this is the first time I've ever seen a Berliner Weiss in Lidl. It's part of their craft beer festival for 2020, August the 6th, 2020. And yeah, I'm just really looking forward to it. So without further ado, let's get it out into a glass, see what we get. A first for Lidl to have a Berliner Weiss. Even though they're a German supermarket, a Berliner Weiss is a German style beer. This, as far as I'm aware, is the first time a German style beer has been available in a German supermarket in the UK. Okay, in Germany, they might have Berliner Weisses sitting on the shelves in Lidl's and Aldi's all over Germany. But in the UK, I've never seen a Berliner Weiss in Lidl. Or Aldi for that matter. The beer was £1, between £1.50 and £1.69. As I just mentioned, I picked it up on the 6th of August 2020 as part of the Craft Beer Festival for Lidl. It's the last beer. I always leave a Berliner Weiss last because it should be... let me rephrase that. I always leave a sour style beer last, because they always cut over the IPAs and they even cut over some of the stouts. So this is the... how many have we done? Let's have a look. I'm managing to keep myself together somewhat. I'm having to kind of really think about what I say before the words come out my mouth at this stage of the night. But we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is our 8th and final beer from the Lidl Craft Beer Festival. If you're wondering about the Mocha Chocolate Blocker Stout and some of the other beers available in Lidl, they are already on the channel. So if there's some of the beers from the Lidl Craft Beer Festival that you want to see, they've already been reviewed on the channel. Some from many years ago, and in the case of the Mocha Chocolate Blocker Stout, that was reviewed just 3 months ago in May. So without further ado, we got a one finger white head, slightly hazy looking straw coloured beer, good levels of carbonation. Let's get the aroma. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, it smells good. It smells really good. Rhubarb works so well in beer. It really does. Especially kind of saisons and Berliner Weisses. It works so well. It's like a marriage made in heaven. You get the slight saltiness in the aroma. You get the rhubarb. Then you get this like tutti fruity tropical aroma. And then you kind of just stand back. I mean, some of these beers from Lidl today, and bear in mind, I've been drinking these beers all evening. Some have been 4, 5, 6% ABV, nearly 7% ABV in some cases. And the last beer of the night is a 3.2% ABV Berliner Weiss. And the aroma is knocking the rest of the beers out of the park. Let's dive in. Cheers. Oh, boom, boom, stone the crows, stone the crows. What a fantastic sour beer. Really fantastic kind of tip of the tongue. As soon as you put the beer in your mouth, it makes your eyes do all this weird stuff. Sourness is amazing in the beer. Slight saltiness. loads and loads of rhubarb. Loads and loads of rhubarb. I mean, Drygate Brewing Company. The only other time I've seen Drygate Brewing Company is their disco forklift truck. I remember that beer. And that beer being very, very good. I'm not sure if it's all starting to come together as a bit of a... No, I don't think so. For some reason I'm thinking Heineken. No, I don't think so. Drygate Brewing Company, they're not associated with Heineken, are they? I think somebody mentioned it in the disco forklift truck that Drygate Brewery were actually owned by Heineken, but then again, I don't know how they could be. You'd have to say on the back of the can, wouldn't it? But anyway, comments in the comments box if you know if Drygate Brewing Company have been bought out by a larger company. I'd love to know. I'd love to know. But the beer, what I love about this style of beer, Berliner Weiss, is the more that you drink it, there's a little bit of sourness, but now you're getting more of a kind of a biscuity kind of wheaty flavour, and then the rhubarb in abundance. But the more you sip it, the more your palate adjusts, and your palate adjusts very, very quickly to this sour flavour. And I like that. It's like the human body's like it's adjusting in seconds to take this kind of real big sour beer. It's the wonder of a sour beer when you get that first big kind of like, whoa, you know. If you want to rewind the video, but you can see my first taste. It was like, oh my goodness me, it was sour. It was sour, and then now I got the hiccups. Sourness is kind of dissipated a bit, and it's very manageable. And now you're picking up the delicate rhubarb flavours and the drinkability and the carbonation being pushed around the inside of the mouth. It's like wheaty flavours. It's very, very nice. Very, very nice beer. Tone Burst Rhubarb Berliner Weiss by Drygate Brewing Company. They're based in Glasgow in Scotland. Right, Tone Burst is hazy and light with fruity aromas, prickly carbonation and a jolt of lemony acidity, packed with rhubarb to complement the sharp bite of our base Berliner Weiss. It's a staccato burst of flavour, juicy, sharp and refreshing. Drygate Brewing Company have been making beer in the historic heart of Glasgow since 2014. We brew with open doors and open minds. We believe great beer can come from anyone and anywhere. Collaboration with our community is at its core. We love showcasing creators of beer, food, art, design, music, comedy, poetry and more. Amazing, absolutely fantastic. What an amazing beer. And to get this beer, I'm going to wrap it back up with Lidl now, but to get this beer for between £1.50 and £1.69 in Lidl as part of their craft beer festival for the 6th of August 2020. I'm saying that because I'm going to release the videos sharp, but they're going to be out every few hours on the channel because there's no other point in doing it. If I release these beers in 2 weeks' time, the festival is over, the beers have sold, nobody's going to be really interested. So it was either a case of, do I just show the cans off over a 10-minute video, like waving them around? I've done that with Tesco in the past, but that was because I bought like 30 or 40 beers from Tesco. But the fact that I've got 8, I thought to myself, I've got 8 beers, I could showcase 8 beers, it might take me a few minutes on YouTube, or do I break them down into 8 to 10 minute reviews, maybe a bit longer by the end of this whole thing. And release them during the day every few hours. And I think I've gone with that. I have gone with that because I've just finished my last one. So these beers are going to be released every 2 hours. So if you want to see the other beers in the range, there's stouts, there's IPAs, New England IPAs, sours. It's just an amazing range of beer from Lidl. They've shown the main supermarkets, as far as I'm concerned, they've shown the main supermarkets how to run a craft beer festival at a supermarket. Lots of different style, lots of different flavour, amazing beer. Not had a beer that I've gone, I want to pour that down the sink. They've all been really good, and most importantly, they've all been very, very cheap. £1. The max, I say £1.69. Some are cheaper, but I thought to myself, I'm not going to write down all the different prices of the different beers. I'm just going to tell you they go up to £1.69 in price. The maximum you will pay is £1.69 a can, and for that you are getting really, really good beer. I like Tone Burst Enough by Drygate Brewing at £1.69 a can, enough to give it, looks good, smells good, tastes good. A Stone the Crows 10 out of 10. It's a 10 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews, give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers!